Welcome, deep divers. Today, we're jumping right into a really big one. Two absolute titans of the full-size truck world, the Ford F-150 and the Ram 1500.
That's right. Huge players.
Absolutely. And look, this isn't just going to be us throwing numbers at you. Our goal here is to really slice through the specs, understand the core ideas, the thinking behind the designs.
And what that actually means in the real world.
Exactly. We want to help you figure out which of these amazing machines truly lines up with what you need, what you prioritize.
Precisely. And we're drawing from a really comprehensive capability review for this. It dissects these trucks from pretty much every angle.
So we're doing the homework for you, essentially.
Yeah, basically, our mission is to pull out the most important stuff, the key takeaways from all that detail, give you a shortcut to being genuinely well-informed.
And maybe find some surprising things along the way.
Oh, definitely. There's always more than just the surface numbers when you dig in.
Okay, so let's get started. Right off the bat, what really sets these two apart are their fundamental design philosophies. It's like they have different answers to the question, what is a pickup truck?
That's a great way to put it.
Take the Ford F-150. Its whole approach feels like form follows function. Everything seems geared towards innovation, practical design, and hitting those top-of-the-class numbers for towing, payload, that kind of stuff.
Very utilitarian, in a good way.
Yeah, it's built to be like the ultimate tool for almost any job. And you see that in features like the Pro Power Onboard generator. That's a prime example.
And then you pivot to the Ram 1500. And it's such a fascinating contrast.
Totally different feel.
Right. Ram really leans into this luxury meets capability idea. Their focus, best-in-class ride quality, a seriously high-end interior.
Oh, yeah, the interior is legendary.
It really is. And lots of thoughtful features that make it feel, honestly, less like a traditional work truck and maybe more like a premium SUV.
So it's comfortable doing the family road trip thing and hauling stuff to the job site.
That's the goal. Make it versatile in a different way than the Ford.
So these core ideas, what do they actually mean for you, the driver, day to day, even before we get into specific engines or features?
Well, it immediately frames your choice, doesn't it? It forces you to ask, what's really my priority? Is it that raw, maximum utility, knowing you've got the highest numbers if you need them?
Like the F-150's focus.
Exactly. Or are you looking for a more refined, comfortable experience for the 90% of the time you're not maxing out the payload, maybe something that feels a bit more luxurious inside?
Which is where the Ram shines. So it's utility versus refinement, almost.
Kind of, yeah. Though both are obviously capable, but it's about the emphasis. It sets the stage for almost every other comparison between them.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So let's move to the heart of these trucks, what makes them go, the engines. Both offer choices, but their strategies seem pretty different here too.
Very different.
With Ford, the F-150 strategy seems to be about offering a really wide range, lots of turbocharged options, even electrification.
Right. You've got those EcoBoost V6s, the 2.7L, the 3.5L, which are super popular, known for torque efficiency.
They really push the turbo V6 idea hard.
They did.
Yeah.
And you can still get the classic 5.0 V8, of course.
Yeah.
But the one that really stands out now, the potential game changer,
is the hybrid, the power boost.
Exactly. The 3.5L Power Boost full hybrid. It's this unique mix of performance, decent fuel economy for a truck, and it enables that super powerful Pro Power Onboard system. It's a really forward-thinking option.
Definitely feels like Ford is covering a lot of bases, engine-wise. Now, Ram, what's their story? They had the Hina-Mai for so long.
The Hemi, yeah, for years, that 5.7-liter V8 was Ram's signature. Robust power, that unmistakable sound.
You knew it was a Ram.
You did. And they had the e-torque mild hybrid system on it, too, which helped smooth things out, saved a little fuel. It wasn't a full hybrid like Ford's, more of an assist.
Right, more subtle.
But now,
big change.
Ram's making a really significant shift. They brought in this new Hurricane engine.
The inline six.
Yeah, a 3.0L twin-turbo inline six. Comes in two different power levels. And this signals a pretty clear move away from the big V8 tradition.
Wow. So they're betting big on this new engine tech.
They really are. It's modern, it's powerful on paper, supposed to be more efficient, but it does mean fewer V8 choices for those traditional buyers.
So the takeaway here is Ford gives you more variety, including that unique hybrid, while Ram is making a bold bet on this new inline six performing well enough to win people over.
That's a good summary. The Hurricane engine, based on the review, performs really well. V8-like power, better efficiency. But yeah, it narrows the choice if you're set on a V8 Rumble from Ram.
Interesting. So your engine preference could really push you one way or the other right there.
Absolutely. Especially if you want that hybrid tech or Conversely, if you're drawn to Ram's new Turbo 6 Gamble.
Okay, this next point. This is where things get really interesting for me because it hits the daily driving feel so much. Ride and handling.
Oh, yeah. This is probably the biggest single difference you feel.
So, the F-150. It sticks with a traditional leaf spring rear suspension. Ford's obviously refined it over, like, decades.
It's tried and true.
Right. But the ride can still feel, well, more truck-like. A bit firmer, maybe jittery when the bed's empty.
Definitely more feedback from the road.
But, and this is key, that setup is incredibly reliable, super durable, and it's built to handle heavy loads really well. That's why Ford can claim those class-leading payload and towing numbers.
It's a direct trade-off. That firmness is part of what gives it that ultimate hauling capability.
Exactly. It's engineered for work first, you could say.
And then, the Ram 1500. This is its ace in the hole, arguably.
The coil springs.
The multi-link coil spring rear suspension. You can even get an optional air suspension. This is much more like what you find in a large SUV.
And the difference is noticeable.
Oh, hugely. It delivers a ride that's just far smoother, much more comfortable than other trucks. It soaks up bumps with the kind of sophistication you don't expect in a pickup.
So less bouncing around on rough roads.
Way less. It feels more composed, more refined. For people using their truck as a daily driver, commuting, family trips, this is a massive, massive selling point.
It really changes the character of the truck.
Completely. So if that smooth, comfortable highway ride is like your #1 priority, the Ram is the pretty clear winner there.
But if you're maybe more of a traditionalist, you value that rugged feel, and you need to push those max payload or towing limits often.
Then the F-150's setup, that proven leaf spring design, might feel more appropriate. It's built for the heavy stuff. Again, it comes back to your priorities.
What you value most in that driving experience. Okay, let's shift inside the cabins. Now, for a long time, Ram was just king of the hill here.
Yeah, they really set the standard for truck interiors. And honestly, they still do in many ways.
Step inside a Ram 1500, especially a higher trim, and it feels genuinely luxurious, right? High-quality materials.
Soft touch stuff everywhere. Real wood accents sometimes, just a really premium design. And that optional big screen, the 12-inch vertical one.
Uconnect system, yeah, that gets a lot of praise.
It's visually impressive, generally user-friendly. Plus, Ram has clever storage, like those Ram bins in the floor. Little details that add up.
Okay, so Ram set a high bar. How has Ford responded with the F-150? Because they've definitely stepped up their game, too.
Oh, absolutely. Ford hasn't been standing still. The current F-150 interior is modern, very functional, and it's packed with tech.
They've got a big screen, too, right? Landscape orientation.
Yep. Available 12-inch SYNC4 screen, landscape. Very responsive, good system. Nice digital gauge cluster, too. But where Ford's interior really makes its mark is with those unique, practical, almost utilitarian features.
You mean like the fold-down shifter?
Exactly. The interior work surface. Shifter folds flat, boom, you've got a desk for your laptop or your lunch. Super clever.
That's genuinely useful if you work out of your truck.
Totally. Or the max recline seats, the front seats fold almost completely flat. Great for catching a quick nap on a long haul or at a job site.
So it's like two different approaches to premium. Ram goes for the plush materials and the overall aesthetic.
Feels like a luxury lounge, almost.
Yeah. While Ford focuses on like the luxury of convenience and clever functionality, making your life easier in the truck.
Precisely. Do you want the premium lounge or do you want the super functional mobile office? Both are appealing, just in different ways.
Which one resonates more probably depends entirely on how you use the truck day to day.
Exactly. Contractor versus, say, someone using it mainly for family duties and weekend projects. Different needs.
Okay, speaking of clever features, let's talk about specific innovations, things that really change how you use the truck. For Ford, the big one has to be Pro Power Onboard, right?
Hands down. Especially the version on the Power Boost Hybrid. We're talking up to 7.2 kilowatts of exportable power.
That's a lot. That's like running a small house.
It's serious power. It literally turns your truck into a mobile generator. Think about contractors running power tools without a separate generator.
Yeah.
Campers powering their whole site.
Or even backup power for your house during an outage.
Yeah. It's a genuine game changer.
Yeah.
Nothing else quite like it with that much output. And Ford also just added that new Pro Access tailgate.
The one that opens sideways like a door.
Right. Opens traditionally down or swings open like a door for easier access to the bed, especially when towing. More practical innovation.
Okay, so Ford's big innovation is about adding a whole new capability mobile power. What about Ram's standout innovations?
Ram's innovations are maybe less revolutionary,
Hmm.
but they're brilliantly executed solutions to common truck owner problems. The Ram box is the classic example.
Those storage bins in the bedsides, people love those.
They do. Lockable, drainable, weatherproof storage right there. Perfect for tools, gear, groceries, even drinks with ice. Super practical.
And their tailgate.
The multifunction tailgate, again, really clever. Drops down like normal, or it's split 60-40 and swings open horizontally. Makes reaching things in the bed easier, or loading with forklifts, stuff like that.
So Ford's adding a new trick with Pro Power, while Ram is perfecting the existing tricks, like cargo management and bed access.
That's a great way to summarize it. Ford gives you something fundamentally new you can do. Ram makes the things you already do with the truck significantly easier and more convenient.
Both valuable, but different kinds of value.
Absolutely. Depends on whether you need a mobile power station or just want smarter ways to store your stuff and access the bed.
All right, let's shift gears one more time. For the folks who like to get dirty, the serious off-road versions, Raptor versus TRX.
The super trucks. Yeah, this is where things get wild.
So Ford F-150 Raptor. This was kind of the original, right? The factory-built desert runner.
It really established the category. The Raptor is all about balanced, high-performance off-roading. High-output EcoBoost V6, specialized long-travel suspension.
Those Fox shocks are key, aren't they?
Oh yeah, the Fox Live valve shocks. They electronically adjust damping, constantly adapting to the terrain. Gives you incredible capability off-road, but also a surprisingly decent ride on pavement. It's a very sophisticated, proven setup.
Agile, capable.
Exactly. Built for speed in the rough.
And then Ram decided to answer, and their answer was the TRX.
Ram's answer was basically more power. A lot more power.
A supercharged TMI.
Yep. That Hellcat engine makes the TRX one of the most powerful production trucks ever built. It's just monstrous.
So while it's definitely capable off-road with its own beefed-up suspension, its defining trait is just sheer, brutal horsepower.
Pretty much. It sounds insane. It goes like crazy in a straight line, and it has this massive, intimidating presence. It's less about finesse, maybe, and more about overwhelming force.
So Raptor is the skilled Baja racer, TRX is the heavyweight monster truck.
That's not a bad analogy, actually. Choosing between them really comes down to what kind of off-road personality you prefer.
Sophisticated and agile, or loud and incredibly powerful.
That's the core difference. Raptor for high-tech, balanced speed. TRX for that raw, supercharged V8 thrill and dominating power.
Two very different flavors of extreme off-roading.
Definitely. Both amazing machines, just appealing to slightly different desires.
Okay, deep divers, let's try and bring this all home. As we've said, the final call between the F-150 and the Ram 1500. It's not about which one is objectively the best.
Nope. It never really is with trucks this good.
It's about which one is the best for you, your needs, your priorities. So let's recap maybe who leans which way.
Sounds good.
You're probably leaning towards the Ford F-150 if you need those absolute top-tier towing and payload numbers, that's still Ford's territory.
Right. Or if that Pro Power Onboard generator is a must-have feature for your work or lifestyle. That's unique to Ford.
Also, if you want the widest possible range of engines, especially that Power Boost hybrid, Ford offers more variety there.
And maybe if you just value that long history of functional innovation, that truck as the ultimate tool philosophy.
Okay. And you probably choose the Ram 1500
If ride comfort is paramount, that smooth, coil-sprung ride is hard to beat for daily driving.
If you want that truly luxurious, high-end interior feel, Ram still excels there, especially in higher trims.
And if you appreciate those really clever practical features that just make living with the truck easier, the Ram box, the multifunction tailgate, well-executed convenience.
So different strengths, different personalities.
Absolutely. And the great news for buyers, for you, is that both are fantastic trucks. They're incredibly capable, refined, packed with tech.
And their competition makes both of them better every year.
It really does. This rivalry pushes them to keep innovating, keep improving. Honestly, there's never been a better time to be shopping for a full-size truck. The quality across the board is just amazing.
So, as you're thinking about all this, here's maybe a final thought to chew on. Beyond just the features and specs, how do the core identities, we talked about the F-150 as the ultimate utility tool, the Ram as this blend of luxury and capability, how do those identities reflect what we're all starting to demand from our vehicles now? You know, in a world where our work lives and personal lives seem to blur together more and more.
That's interesting. Are our trucks becoming extensions of our blended lifestyles? One optimized for the work side, the other for the life side, even though both have to do both?
Yeah, something like that. Just something to mull over as you figure out which one fits your blend.